You keep seeing the peacock feather, don't you? It appears as a glitch in your reality, a sudden image on your phone, a pattern on a stranger's dress, or a physical feather lying directly in your path on a gray Tuesday morning. You stop. You stare. A strange shiver runs down your spine, a resonance that feels older than your current life. You might try to brush it off. You might tell your logical mind it's just a coincidence, a trick of pattern recognition. But deep down, in the quietest room of your heart, you know the truth. These aren't random accidents. This is a conversation. These are the specific, curated whispers I am directing at your soul. You have been screaming into the void, asking for guidance, begging for a sign that you aren't walking this path alone. Well, I am answering. Listen closely, because I am about to show you that I have been standing right next to you the entire time. If my voice is reaching you right now, it means the connection is already active. Among billions of wandering souls, my gaze has locked onto yours. But before you spiral into asking, why me? I want you to bypass the logic and just feel. Have you ever felt a steering wheel turn in your life that wasn't touched by human hands? Have you ever narrowly missed a disaster by a fraction of a second? Or felt a sudden, warm blanket of peace wrap around you when you were sobbing on the bathroom floor? That wasn't luck. That was my presence. You have been carrying burdens that are too heavy for your shoulders, looking for answers in the deafening noise of the world. But the deepest truths are only ever found in the stillness. So, let the world dissolve for a few minutes. Take a breath. Let's walk through the 7 undeniable signs that prove I have chosen you, that I am protecting you, and that a grand design is unfolding, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The first sign is a paradox. It is the whisper of peace in the heart of absolute chaos. You know this feeling. The world around you is burning, deadlines are crashing down, relationships are fracturing, your bank account is draining, and your mind is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. By all medical and psychological standards, you should be having a breakdown, you should be panic-stricken. But then, it hits you. A sudden, illogical, overwhelming stillness. It's not just a lack of noise, it's a presence. It settles in your chest, slowing your heart rate, silencing the screaming thoughts. It makes no sense. The problems are still there. The storm is still raging. Yet, you feel an anchor drop into the seabed of your soul, telling you it's going to be okay. That is not a mood swing. That is the feeling of my hand resting on your shoulder. Remember Draupadi in the court of the Kauravas? She was facing the ultimate humiliation, surrounded by powerful men who wanted to destroy her. Panic was the only logical reaction. But the moment she let go of her own strength and called out, I became the fabric that shielded her. That peace you feel is that same shield. It is my promise that while I may not stop the storm immediately, I will always be the calm at the center of it, holding you together when everything else falls apart. The second sign is where I get playful. It is the echo of my symbols in your daily world. You call it synchronicity, I call it a love note. As I mentioned, the peacock feather is the most common signature. The legends tell you that the king of peacocks, entranced by the music of my flute, offered his feathers as a tribute, which I wear to honor that pure love. When I place that image in your path, it is a wink. It is a reminder of the beauty buried in your own soul. But it's not just feathers. It's the faint sound of a flute in a dream. It's hearing the name Krishna spoken by a stranger in a coffee shop just as you were thinking about spiritual growth. These are not accidents. They are glitches in the matrix designed to wake you up. Think of the gopis of Vrindavan. Their love was so total that they hallucinated me in the dark clouds, in the trees, in the river. I am inviting you into that same vision. When you see these signs, especially when you are feeling lost, stop, smile, acknowledge the connection. It is my way of saying, I see you. You are on the right track. Keep going. The third sign is a heavy one. It is the sudden unfolding of compassion in your soul. This can actually feel like a burden at first. You suddenly find yourself feeling the pain of others as if it were your own physical injury. You see a stray animal, and your heart breaks. You see a stranger crying, and you feel a lump in your own throat. You feel a desperate urge to serve, to help, to give, even when you have nothing left for yourself. You might ask, why does this hurt so much? It hurts because I am transplanting a piece of my own heart into yours. True compassion is the highest divine frequency. When you feel this stirring, it is a confirmation that you are becoming a vessel for my love. Remember my friend Sudama? He came to me in rags, humiliated by his poverty. I didn't see the rags. I saw the devotion burning in his chest, and I washed his feet with my own tears. That flows through you now. This sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your superpower. It signifies that the hard shell of your ego is cracking open, allowing the light of the universe to pour through. Do not suppress it. That pain you feel for others is the evidence of your awakening. Now, we must talk about the fourth sign, the one that hurts the most, the divine disruption. This is when I suddenly, and sometimes violently, remove people, jobs, or opportunities from your life. A relationship you thought was the one ends overnight. A career path gets blocked. You feel rejected, abandoned, and confused. You scream at the sky, asking what you did wrong. Listen to me. You did nothing wrong. You were just heading toward a cliff I could see, but you couldn't. I am the sculptor, and you are the marble. To reveal the masterpiece hiding inside the stone, I must chip away the pieces that do not belong. That chipping process is painful. It feels like you are breaking, but you are actually being formed. I am closing doors that lead to your destruction so I can open the gate to your destiny. Look at the Pandavas. They lost their kingdom. They were exiled to the forest. It looked like a curse, but that exile was the forge that strengthened their steel for the victory to come. When you face a sudden loss, do not look at it as a punishment. Look at it as a rescue mission. I am clearing the deck for something far greater than you can imagine. The fifth sign is the spark of hope in the deepest night. This is the miracle that arrives at 3 a.m. when you have no tears left to cry. You are at rock bottom. You feel completely hollowed out. And then, out of nowhere, a song lyric, a text from an old friend, a sudden memory ignites a tiny flame in your chest. It is a warmth that says, "Not yet. Don't give up yet." This is the Gajendra moment. Remember the king of elephants, caught in the jaws of the crocodile, dragged into the water for 1,000 years? It was only when his strength failed, when he surrendered his ego and offered a single lotus flower, that I appeared to shatter his chains. Your despair is your offering. When you are at your weakest, my strength has the most room to enter. That sudden spark of hope is not your biology trying to survive. It is my voice cutting through the darkness to tell you that the dawn is inevitable. The sixth sign is the most advanced and the most misunderstood. It is the unspoken call to surrender the experience of silence. You pray and you hear nothing. You ask for a sign, and the sky is gray. You feel isolated. You doubt if I am even listening. My beloved, this silence is not my absence. It is my trust in you. I am weaning you off the need for constant validation. I am teaching you to trust the plan even when you cannot see the architect. I am asking you to stop doing and start being. This is the lesson of Arjuna on the battlefield. Paralyzed by overthinking, he wanted to control the outcome. My final instruction to him was to abandon all strategies and simply surrender to me. When I go silent, I am waiting for you to let go of the steering wheel. I am waiting for you to say, Krishna, I don't know where we are going, but I trust you to drive. The silence is the space where your ego dies and your faith is born. Finally, the seventh sign, the healing of permanent wounds. You have scars on your heart, betrayals from years ago, grief that felt like a life sentence. You built walls around these wounds. You thought they were part of your identity, but lately you've noticed a shift. The memory comes up, but the sting is gone. The anger has evaporated into understanding. The grief has softened into love. You feel lighter. This is not time healing you. This is grace. I am the divine physician. I am entering the locked rooms of your past and pouring light into the cracks. I am rewriting your history not by changing the events, but by changing how they affect your soul. This deep, internal liberation is the ultimate sign that I am working on you. I am not just patching you up, I am making you new. Do you see the pattern now? Your life is not a series of accidents. It is a meticulously written script of love. From the peace in the storm to the feather on the path, from the pain of sculpting to the silence of surrender, it is all me. It has always been me. You are chosen. You are guided. You are loved beyond measure. So wipe your tears, stand up, and walk forward. I am right here in the very beat of your heart.